Peter Thiel, co-founder of PayPal and early investor in Facebook, wrote 0 to 1 based on his Stanford lectures about startups, innovation, and business strategy. The book focuses on the idea that real progress comes from creating something entirely new, going from 0 to 1, rather than merely copying existing models, going from 1 to n. Thiel believes that the most successful businesses are those that carve out their own niche, build monopolies, and innovate rather than compete. The book challenges conventional wisdom on competition, globalization, and business growth. It encourages entrepreneurs to think differently, embrace contrarian ideas, and seek to solve problems that no one else is solving. Chapter 1: The Challenge of the Future. Thiel starts by asking a critical question: what valuable company is nobody building? Most people assume the future will be a continuation of the present, but true innovation requires radical new ideas. He divides progress into two types. 1. Horizontal progress, 1 to n, expanding on existing ideas, e.g., globalization, scaling existing technology. 2. Vertical progress, 0 to 1, creating entirely new things that change the world, e.g., the invention of the airplane or the internet. True innovators should seek vertical progress by building technologies and businesses that create new opportunities rather than competing for existing ones. Chapter 2: Party Like It's 1999, Lessons from the Dot-Com Bubble. Thiel examines the mistakes of the dot-com boom, where many startups pursued rapid growth without solid business fundamentals. He identifies 4 key myths that led to failures. 1. Incrementalism, the belief that small, gradual improvements are the safest way to innovate. 2. Risky diversification, the idea that spreading bets across multiple projects ensures success. 3. Competition over differentiation, many companies focused on copying trends rather than standing out. 4. Ignoring profitability, startups chased growth without considering long-term sustainability. Thiel argues that entrepreneurs should focus on deep innovation, controlled risk-taking, and sustainable business models rather than following fads. Chapter 3: Monopoly vs. Competition. One of the most provocative ideas in the book is that monopolies are good, and competition is bad. The problem with competition: in competitive markets, profits shrink as companies fight for the same customers. Businesses in hyper-competitive industries, e.g., restaurants, airlines, struggle to sustain profitability. Competing fiercely means companies focus more on outdoing rivals rather than innovating. The benefits of monopolies. Thiel argues that monopolies are the real drivers of progress because they generate high profits, allowing reinvestment in innovation, create sustainable business models, have pricing power, enabling long-term planning. How to build a monopoly. 1. Proprietary technology, a product or service that is 10x better than the competition. 2. Network effects, the value increases as more users join, e.g., Facebook, PayPal. 3. Economies of scale, lower costs as the business grows. 4. Branding, a strong, unique identity that creates customer loyalty. Chapter 4: The Ideology of Competition. Thiel critiques how society overemphasizes competition. He argues that competition is a distraction that prevents companies from thinking long-term. Example: the airline industry vs. Google. Airlines operate in a highly competitive market with thin margins, while Google enjoys a monopoly in search and is highly profitable. Many businesses focus on fighting for market share instead of developing new markets. The best businesses escape competition by creating entirely new categories. Chapter 5: Building a Monopoly, the 4 key elements. Thiel expands on the characteristics of successful monopolies. 1. Proprietary technology. A company should aim for a product that is 10x better than its competitors. Example: Google's search algorithm was far superior to its competitors when it launched. 2. Network effects. A product becomes more valuable as more people use it. Example: Facebook became dominant because its social network effect made it indispensable. 3. Economies of scale. As production increases, the cost per unit decreases. Example: software businesses like Microsoft benefit from low marginal costs. 4. Strong branding. A well-recognized, trusted brand provides a lasting competitive edge. Example: Apple's brand creates strong customer loyalty. Chapter 6: The Secret of Finding Hidden Opportunities. Thiel argues that the best businesses are built on secrets, truths that are not widely known or understood. Conventional wisdom vs. contrarian thinking. To build something truly new, you need to believe in something others overlook. Example: Airbnb. Most people thought strangers wouldn't rent out their homes, but Airbnb proved otherwise. Finding secrets. Look for areas where people assume things cannot change or where inefficiencies exist. Chapter 7: The Power Law of Venture Capital. Thiel explains that in venture capital and startups, success follows a power law: a small number of companies generate most of the returns. Investors should focus on the biggest potential winners, not diversify too broadly. Example, Facebook. The biggest returns in venture capital come from a few breakout companies. Founders should aim to build a business with the potential for exponential growth. Chapter 8. The role of founders and teams. Visionary founders drive great companies. Startup teams should share a strong mission. Avoid conflicts. Co-founder disputes can destroy startups. Example, Elon Musk's leadership at Tesla and SpaceX has been critical to their success. Chapter 9. The last mover advantage. Being the first mover isn't enough. You need to be the last mover, meaning the one who dominates the market long term. Amazon's strategy: it started with books but expanded aggressively to monopolize e-commerce. Sustainable companies don't just enter a market, they define and dominate it. Conclusion: the future is yours to create. Thiel concludes by emphasizing that the future is not predetermined, it depends on people who take bold steps to create new things. Entrepreneurs should think for themselves rather than follow trends, focus on innovation rather than competition, build monopolies that provide long-term value. The most important question every entrepreneur should ask: what valuable company is nobody else building? Final thoughts. 0 to 1 is a must-read for aspiring entrepreneurs, investors, and business leaders. Thiel provides a compelling argument for why true innovation requires thinking differently, escaping competition, and building monopolies through unique, defensible advantages. The book is filled with practical advice, thought-provoking ideas, and insights from one of the most successful startup founders of the modern era.